Welcome guys, grand final of the reforged tournament of Direct Strike. $30 goes to the winner, and this is a best of 3, first game 0-0. So let's see who can take the $30 for their team and also grab the big title of being the first time winner of the reforged Direct Strike tournament. Big shout out to reforged for hosting this great tournament. So we are playing here Droog, Eckelt, and Arixio. All three played pretty well so far. Against Potato, against Aspecto, and against Art. I have no clue who these guys are. So it's pretty an unexpected final, because I was actually feeling like that these two teams should never be in the finals, because other more known players were also in it. So big clap, also big congrats for being in the finals for both of the teams. And let's see guys, Huntress Shaman into Walker Priest Talon. Yeah, good tier 1, not so great tier 2. Grunt Shaman pretty good. Also here, Footy Dryad, decent. Witch Doctor Druid is strong. So pretty solid drafts so far here. So tier, it's still tier 2 here, huh? Like, we could also start a prediction if you want, guys, huh? Nah, I'm too dumb to do it. Maybe next time. Next time we could also work with predictions. So, tier 3, Abo Destroyer Worm is decent. Here, MG Destro Worm, really strong. Instant Mine and also MG Chim, also good. We see triple Instant Mine on the left side. On the right side, we see double Mine, and actually Droog is playing for no Instant Mine. That means he wants... Oh, he's playing actually for... Okay, so I wanted to say he's playing like for the mid-control hardcore, but he was just a bit AFK, it looks like. So that he actually now also played for the early mine, just a bit on the AFK side. We see here top player is just skipping the wave, giving free wave to Droog, and no information also. And yeah, that's it. We see here also savings on the bottom side, grunts versus grunts in the middle, and also playing actually footman instantly on the yellow side. So kinda solid start, nothing special really. Just a good one overall. So we're seeing 3 grunts against 3 grunts. So it's all about the targeting, about the hitting, who will get ahead here. So let us see, guys. Who has the better hit? Who gets the first hit? Who's focusing better? Will win this mid lane. It's kind of all RNG. And I mean, it's not all RNG. It's honestly also a bit like positioning just. If you position well, you can get ahead just in this mirror match. Okay, so Teal is winning this here, I guess. And then we see Mass Footman against Mass Footman. But we have 5 footmen against 6 footmen. Yeah, guess what, guys? 6 footmen winning against 5 footmen. So yellow will win this. Yeah, so footman, grunts. We see here a keeper with shaman and huntress. And here we see Mazgul with shaman. We got actually an early summon of the keeper, because there was a small leak to the tower. But these ghouls will just eat up everything. Like, it's going just nom nom nom, and the keeper is gone. Yeah, like these ghouls need fucking to get nerfed on the damage, guys. It's like insane damage. Not even close to be balanced at the moment. I mean, the keeper is a good hero, but really bad against ghouls. And that's also why I really don't like to play blindly heroes, guys. Because if you pick just a hero which is bad against your opponent's units, then you're fucked. And you saw this here on the red lane. Also teal winning with his grunts now. So the early game looks here now pretty good for Ekel's team on the right side. Yeah, and we see here a Dark Ranger. Creating actually 3 skellies. That's pretty big. Also welcome Philo. And we see mass Banshees with Footmen basically. I mean, okay, so the Dark Ranger has actually a good time against the Banshees for now. Because they have no AMS at the moment. Yeah, so my chat is saying they don't like a really fast hero. I also don't like a blind hero. Because you just don't know what to pick. Like, the Keeper is usually a good hero. But not against ghouls. Like, if Blue would know that there are ghouls, he would probably not pick the Keeper, right? We got here now a stack with the Dark Ranger though. That's pretty good. Gets like good experience on Dark Ranger, creates more skellies, pushing here the wave pretty hard. So that Blue actually can also beat Red now. And then we have also level 2 on the Dark Ranger already. Dark Ranger is one of the craziest snowball heroes in the game. So if you over level this guy early, it actually can lead into a giga snowball effect. She got nerfed a little bit onto the last patch though. Needs more mana for everything, but still really strong. So they're fighting a bit into the tower. Purple is still no hero, but this grunts with the shamans will definitely clear everything out and also get probably a bit of chip damage onto the tower. So yeah, I mean, it's still everything in the cards. Close game. We will see how it will play out. Okay, we have now AMS into Dryads. Like the AMS is, like now yellow looks really strong, right? Like the Dryads cannot dispel the shit really fast. Now Dark Ranger has really hard time. Yeah, now the Dark Ranger time is kind of over with AMS. Like the Dreadlord is not even dying. Is he dying? He's kind of dying, but... Wait, actually, is the Dark Ranger... Okay, I said nothing, guys. I said nothing. Dark Ranger just doesn't care. Like, what the fuck? Like, I was thinking Dark Ranger is just dying out pretty hard, but actually has still created enough skellies. Okay, that was going better for the orange player than I expected. And now again, guys. Now again, we have here more skellies, more XP. I mean, it's pretty close here to level 3 even, but also nearly dead. And if Dark Ranger would not get this first stack, she would not be level 2 that early, then she would not suck onto the hero, then he would not be now onto the wave again. And the Dark Ranger is like really high level already. Like potentially it's getting level 3 even here now. Now is probably even stacking again on Purple. Purple has now a Crypt Lord, also a good hero for pushing with the Beetles. They have all Banshees on the opponent's side, so actually no dispel at all. Dark Ranger is still alive? Oh man, Dark Ranger could just destroy this whole game, honestly. Because she's stacking really early, very long, and gets just really a lot of experience for free. Now she's dying, which is actually really bad. Because now the wave has no hero. But it's still... The tower's half down. The Dryads are now destroying actually... Like, he has no defend, right? Where's the defend, guys? Yeah, the Banshees against the Dryads are having not a good time. The good thing is actually the Dryads are actually... Oh, that's really good. The Dryads are all walking back. That means they can now stack with blue. Oh, and also the Shamans got fucked up with the positioning because there was one Dryad here. There was a perfect split, guys. 1 or 2 Dryads made the Shamans walk through and the rest walked back and stacked with blue. To fuck up red's positioning completely. That was like a godlike split of the Dryads on the Banshees. Holy moly. And now Droog's team actually has like double Banshee players, so really bad Dispel. I mean, this Dark Ranger could solo carry the game potentially. Like, this is a really good Dark Ranger start. I also kind of would check the mines and attack, but there's so much going on in the middle that I really don't want to look away, guys, because I will miss something. The tower is getting snacked on really hard, will not fall, I guess, but actually is really, really low now. So it's still a really big stack here. There's so much summon also. Like, they have summon onto every hero. We have Trans, we have Beetles, we have also Skellies. This might be a really, like, fast game. There's also the Roar coming in. The tower is now completely down for sure. Like, not even close. Dark Ranger is getting snacked on. So, minute 9 tower is definitely not weak. And the strength of the left side players here, of Art and Pale Potato and Aspecto, is that they simply have all summon heroes. And this just enables this hard push. Because the summons are just creating more units, and then you can just go and push more and more and more. Okay, now we can check. So we have here 1 mine tier 1, 1 mine tier 1, 1 mine tier 2. A fine positioning. We have like 2 mines here tier 2, 2 mines tier 2, 2 mines tier 2. Also, very good shit just. Okay, I mean... So, I can say for sure that these left side players, where I have no clue who they are definitely knowing how to play. They're playing here pretty well so far. I don't know if they just smurf around or if they are really just players I never saw at all. Because I never met any one of them anywhere on ladder, ever. But they definitely play good here, as you see. Like, they know what to do. They also seem to communicate really well. Because they playing like one really push lineup, one really big push lineup. And that's pretty strong just. So guys, for everybody who's just tuning in, this is the first game of the grand final best of 3. And also for everyone who's just not listening, I mean new skills. So, like, the advantage is clearly on the left side players here, like, no question. The question is, can you just keep it going? We see now a Witch Doctor of Orange on tier 2. That's very weird, because the Witch Doctor has no good spells on tier 2. Like, you don't want to stun your opponent, because then you just help the opponent to stack. So that's very weird. The Dark Ranger is sucking as hard as she can, but is still dying, so no more stack. But they have the tower, they have the second mines, they have just the lead at the moment. So no upgrades though. But they also don't really need upgrades. Having also the Kodo here is really strong. So the question is, what will Eccles' team do? What can they do? We will see what they do, right? But this summon style is also especially so strong in this game, because Eccles' team playing double Banshees. And it makes it like really hard to play into this must summons, if you have just no Dispel on tier 1. And we have again a really big stack of blue and purple. They fight now into the tower. Their positioning is still good. And this looks like so far pretty one-sided. I don't know what I can expect from Eccles' team here, just to fight back, honestly. We don't know what their draft is, but this must Banshee style will definitely not be a good thing here. Like, orange is now also stacking on top again. Do we even get one more? Okay, the keeper gets focused down go, so no more trends. We are getting chip damage onto the fortress. We see Hawks. Tier 3 now onto orange, having now the really strong healing ward, which gives you so much sustain. The fairies of red are doing a lot of damage, because there are quite a lot of casters still on the lane. So that's actually really good for red. That's definitely a good thing to fight back. Like, the game is not over, but it looks really tough to fight back. We have to check again. We have now here mines. Still tier 1, tier 2, tier 2 with double mines. So they kind of don't think they can push back. We have now tier 3 here, tier 2. Also tier 3. I mean, it looks really hard to hold here. Like, they have now really big momentum. Got a tower, got economy. Have really strong tier 3s with the Bloodlust. And also, there is no good dispel still onto Eccles' team. So this is very hard to come back from. It's also just a bit of a draft. Like, if Eccles' team would have more dispel on tier 1, this would not snowball so hard. So maybe also just a draft diff, but like this must Banshees are useless kinda. Like, what the fuck you wanna do with must Banshee? Like, seriously. Like, the Banshees are kinda doing whatever. Like, the only way I see this game kinda to get more into favor of the right side team is Dreadlord level 6. Like, if the Dreadlord gets ever level 6, then this could turn. But I don't know if the game will go long enough to reach level 6 Dreadlord. Like, but if the game gets to level 6 Dreadlord, the tides can turn pretty drastically. Because we saw it in our last game, guys. The Dreadlord is like, with the Infernal, completely out of this world. So, I mean, they're kind of stabilized now a bit, I feel like. Oh, wait. Is the Dark Ranger stacking now? Okay, I said nothing. They did not stabilize. Dark Ranger stacks again, level 6 on the Keeper. Oh, this looks like really hard to hold. They can chip damage a little bit, maybe the fortress, not really. Inner Fire now also with the Bloodlust together and the healing. That's pretty strong of a push still. And just level 3 fast here. This looks like really hard for Eccles' team. It is just the first game, so they definitely have the chance to get back into it. Level 6 also now onto the Dark Ranger. And getting even another stack on top. Oh, this will be... And they have like... Also, this is like really hard chip damage. They have no siege damage still in the mix, so they don't really kill the fortress fast. But this is a really big stack again. So much summons also getting still out that the push will not end. And I think this game will end on this push here. This looks really over, guys. And was just really well executed. And also just really good communicated. So GG and well played to the first win here of this grand final. Second game of the grand final Risk Reforged tournament. Big shout out to you, my friend, for hosting this. Eccles' team is down 1 game. So the right side players having 1-0, best of 3. So if Eccles' team is not winning this one, then they are second place. And the other team just gets $30 prize money on this weekly tournament, which you can join on the Direct Strike Discord every Friday for the registration and play it every Saturday here on the W3 Champions. So guys, let it check out. We see opener of the Art with Ghoul Banshee, solid one, Potato, and also Aspecto didn't pick yet, so they're chilling a bit around here. Ghoul Shaman here, also very strong, and Huntress Shaman, also pretty solid on the bottom position overall. So definitely like solid to good openers. We see here now Priest for Dispel, really important, and nothing else for now. Having here a statue, which is decent, like which is good obviously, and here getting I mean, Priest, Walker, Talents, like a pretty bad tier 2 here for Aspecto, to be honest. So, and what gets tier 3? Siege Tanks and Worms with Shamans, Giga Strong, really good. Getting here Destro Worms, Instant Mine. I mean, it's also a fine one. Instant Mine. Torrent Rider Worms is decent. And we see here also Instant Mines on everyone, basically. So guys, the right team has to win to fight back in this grand final, or it's all over. I'm sure they will try, guys. So let's see what's happening here. Is he not playing anything? Is he really saving? He's saving. Okay, so Art is saving for hero, second turn. And Droog is just going for 3 ghouls and the mine early. So he will have the mid control early on. And this game might just come down if Art is getting a good hero against ghouls or not. Like, if he's getting good heroes against ghouls, then he has a great time. But if he's missing on the hero, if he's only getting shitty heroes, then Droog has an easy lane. So, will RNG design the second game? We will see. We're getting ghouls in the middle against grunts. Like, the grunts should win this, yeah. He's also kind of saving money, it looks like, for heroes. So it looks like he also wants a hero on the second wave. So the grunts are winning this one, basically. But therefore Teal will have no hero on the second wave. Droog's team is playing for mid control, and Art's team is playing like for really early heroes. We see Musk Ghouls of yellow and a Crypt Lord with Huntress of orange. Yeah, like the Crypt Lord is not a good hero. I mean, it's actually an okay-ish hero of Huntress, but they will get murdered now from the ghouls. We have 2 totally different approaches on this game. The Ekel team is saying, I go later hero and I want the mid control. And Art's team is simply saying, yeah, I want as soon as possible a hero and I don't care if I lose early mid control for it. And we will find out what's actually better. So we have here a Crypt Lord. And the Crypt Lord is actually not so great against ghouls. We also have 1 Shaman of Droog. The good thing is that he's summoning already a lot in the backline. But I think that the ghouls should still crush this quite hard or not. Like, is he summoning enough that the ghouls are getting out-countered? I mean, because he already summoned from the tower, he's actually winning the lane. But only because he summoned from the tower. If he would just start summoning from, like, on the middle, then he would never win this lane. So I think Droog is in a good spot without hero and Musk Ghouls. We have a Warden. Like a Warden is only good if you're winning the lane anyways. If you are playing from behind, then the Warden is not great. And in this game here, he's actually playing not really from ahead. So the Warden is kinda like a double-edged sword. It can be really strong if you level her up fast, but if you're falling behind, then the Warden is complete dog shit. So it will be really important who wins the mid lane and is able to stack early, because this will decide if the Warden will be dog shit or broken. And the Dryad's doing a good job against the Shamans at this point. But it is still really close early game, and this can go in any direction so far. So the Dryads will also fuck up now the Banshees, which is actually really good. So the Banshee is running through. Also, the Crypt Lord can't summon this time in front. Alchem is also a pretty good hero against ghouls and also overall for Droog. And now the Crypt Lord player will get murdered. Like, he has now no summons from the backline. And now the ghoul just snacking everything down. I kind of also want to check actually if there's something special. They're all tier 1 mine, I guess. Good repositioning from Droog. Having also 1 mine, tier 1, nothing special. He's now repositioning the Dryads at the Banshees that are not getting split from the Dryads. I like also this. But looks now at the moment for the right side like a lot better. The Warden... Oh, there's a Mountain King. Oh, there's a Mountain King, guys. So guys, for everybody who does not know, Mountain King is the best hero against Warden. It is like the super hard counter. So this Warden will have a really hard time this game. Why? Because the Warden doesn't want to fight into the Mountain King, because the clap just slows down all the damage. And you also can just bolt the Warden, then she cannot blink so much and you can just stun her well. So the Mountain King is by far the best hero against the Warden. So I don't think Warden will have any game because he just got the best hero to counter it. Like, it is the worst case scenario for the Warden player. Like, they are losing now the lane, and the Mountain King will also on top shut down the Warden. So this could be game deciding. So I like Blue's play here. He positioned the Banshees in the backline so that they're not running through to the Dryads. That's a good plan. But the downside is that you also can't shield your front line. And then the Lightning Shield will murder you. He's now level 2 before the Alchemist. That's obviously an advantage. And actually, the Alchemist still levels up. But yeah, Blue is now murdering Red. So the waves are shuffling now. There are also some rivals in the mix now. So, I mean, the game is still pretty open. They're still trying to out-counter both teams, obviously, early on. The question is also a bit, is there any items on any hero so far? No. We're getting... Okay, so the Mountain King gets into the backline. I think that's good for the Mountain King player. Oh, this blink might be really bad. Yeah, this blink was really bad. Because the Warden now blinked actually into the Mountain King. So, I think there was actually a slightly misplayed to skill instantly blink. Because if the Warden would just go into the Shamans, the Warden would most likely farm the Shamans and then would just run into the tower. And like this, you wasted experience and also just feeded more experience to the Mountain King. So this blink back was actually pretty good for the teal player. Like, this game is pretty close so far. I like it a lot, guys. And if you make really slightly misplays, like this blink back, for example, it could lead to the lead for one or the other side. Blue is looking really strong though. Like, Blue with the Banshees and Rifles is like actually pretty good. We have now tier 2 of the red player with the Spirit Walker. And the Spirit Walker are hard countering the Banshees and the Dreadlord. Because of the big AoE disenchant. So it is such a game again of out counter the hard counter into the other hard counter. I love to see this. It's so exciting that people just really knowing also here really well what to do and what not to do and how to play it well. So pretty good play of Druk, because the Spirit Walkers are so crazy strong against summons plus anti-magic shield. So it's kind of looking now for the moment that Eccles' team having the lead. Like, this Warden is so sad. Like, this Warden is getting murdered hardcore, but there's no anti-air against the fairies. Which is not a big problem, but a slight problem. And the fairies might distract also yellow pretty hard. So teal has to add some anti-air, and also purple is tier 2 now. But yeah, okay, there is must Dryads for yellow. So the fairies are like whatever. They do actually absolutely nothing. So doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that there are actually fairies on this lane. Literally does nothing at all. And we see now, yeah, okay. And also the bottom lane is also should be in favor of yellow. Because he's just playing a lot of Dryads into Huntress Shaman. It's still pretty close, actually. Actually, they're winning, because maybe the fairies did something, right? They tanked some damage. If they wouldn't tank the damage, then Orange would probably lose the lane. Like, just tanking like 100-300 HP is like actually making the difference here. So it's still pretty close, and having now 3 Shamans here onto the red lane is definitely pretty ugly. So actually the fairies making here quite a good stack happening. Like, this game is so snowbally, guys. If the fairies wouldn't stack, I don't think the 3 shamans would stack on the blue. So it's actually a pretty good play on the fairies just for air. And now we see like 2-3 archers onto teal against the fairies. I mean, the fairies are also really good against the shamans. And now it's going a lot more in favor of the right team, at the left-sided team. What a swap back and forth. Makes it really exciting to cast and to watch it, hopefully also for you guys. Whoa! But now they're fighting also into the tower. So yellow might stack now better. Yellow also has now on his own a fairy. And I mean, it's still Huntress into Dryads with Shamans in the backline. Like, I don't know where's the Druid of the Claw, because the Dryads can't get reward. Like, the fairy is annihilating now the backline of the Shamans, but overall, yellow is too weak here, actually. Like, it's too weak. The front line is getting too hard murdered. Shaman Huntress just too strong against ghouls and Dryads. What is red doing against it here? Like, that's getting now more and more into the favor of the left-sided art team. And if they take this one, that means GG and give me the money. I kind of also really have to check if there's something special. We're having tier 2 with 1 mines, they all just try to hold and push the wave back. We're having actually tier 3 already onto purple. With abos now. So he did just hold his front line, question mark? No, they are still... He has already tier 3. Oh, that's a really fast tier 3 tag. And now he has actually Bloodlust and Inner Fire. That looks really strong. Did he sold something? He has to, right? That's a really interesting... I think he sold ghouls to make the abos going. And then just go for instant Bloodlust Inner Fire. That's a really wild play. Like, that's really early tier 3 and going into double caster buffs. I don't think I saw this ever in my life. And we will see if it's working, guys. Like, they're now getting pushed back here in the middle a bit, but yellow seems just to have not the right unit comp to beat orange at all. So, or actually, the hero's down now. Maybe. The statue is doing a lot of work. It's actually pretty close if the keeper can summon one more time. But they will both stack most likely, right? The keeper will maybe die in time? Yeah, he will die actually. And the statue stacks. That's so good for left-sided team. They have such a good stack again here. Some shamans, the important statue for healing. Yeah, it looks like it snowballs slightly but steadily to the advantage of the left-sided team. More and more. And purple is tier 3. Like, this will be really hard to beat here with this really fast tag. I like the really fast tag, honestly, because they're having like a good lead on the other lanes also. So he doesn't really need to be really afraid of losing mid so much. Like, I have no clue who these players are. Are these just programmers on Smurf accounts? Because they're playing really well here. Also really well as a team. And also having really interesting plays, which are really calculated and looking really strong. Like, purple is a monster now. And now the Warden actually has a good game. And if the Warden has a good game, then she will murder everything. Like, that's actually... Does the Warden have any items? Yeah, has 1 gem of health. That helps us to survive a bit more. I like it. That's a good one. Yeah. What will Eccles' team do? Can they do something to just push back to this? Like, this might be one of the fastest tier 3s I ever saw without losing mid control of purple here. That's like really out of the book plays, new meta you could call it, if you want. That's actually really exciting to just witness here. Okay, so red is just having mass ghouls. With some fiends now, for a bit of anti-air and a bit of pierce, I guess. The alchemist also level 4 now, but he can barely clear orange stack out. The stun is hitting basically his whole army. Insane impale value. The ghouls all are just not attacking, just getting stunned and watching, getting dying. So this impale is also really doing a lot. Like if you can just stop the attacks from the ghouls, then you can just kill them really fast, and then they're kind of worthless. So actually really good crypt lord against this mass ghoul style. And I think it's a big mistake of Druk that he's actually committing to mass ghouls. Because they're just lining up and then just getting all impaled and just dying without doing anything. So I think this mass tier 1 ghoul style is really not good against the crypt lord. Like the only thing which the warden doesn't really has is so good healing. There are only some priests which are not that great healers. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, yellow is now going into mass air units. We see mass Gorks now. So he realized he can't win the bottom fight kinda. He wants to go into just mass air. Because there's no ranged hero, there are only some shamans. So the Gorks should stack. Oh, actually not. Oh wait, there is an orb. There's actually already an orb of fire onto the Crypt Lord. I don't know why, but this is obviously hard countering the Gorks. Okay, this orb is just giga hard countering the Gorks. They did nothing. Now we have a Keeper stack though, but also a Statue stack again onto the left side of the team. The Keeper, is he staying alive? I mean, the Statue is doing so much work. And the Impale is stunning again half the army. The healing coming too late for the Keeper to survive. Does the Crypt Lord has any other items? This Crypt Lord has also one medallion just to be more tanky and also having just more mana to cast Impale. Like this one statue is having insane value. And now now we're getting also blue stacking onto purple. Yeah, this is now really good for left-sided team of art. That's like really strong. Like this looks now like the tower is like in real trouble now. Like level 5 on the warden also. If the warden hits level 6, then the push is like really serious. And this looks like more and more in favor of the left-sided team. We also have like tier 2, tier 3, only one mine. Having also only one mine here. Oh, actually really interesting. So we see just really fast tags. Not much mines. So really aggressive playstyle of kind of both teams in this game. I like it. Bloodlusted Huntress now. Yeah, the tower is down. Let's be honest, guys. The tower is like getting complete murdered now. The question is, do we see any instant reactions of mines? No, we don't. We see here instant mines, not of actually the top player, who's the only one who's not on tier 3. So I think he will most likely go tier 3 and doesn't go for the mine now. Like both teams looking like really communicating really well and also looking like playing as a team really well. But this is like really high momentum of just Art's team here, and it will be really hard to do anything to come back into this one. Because they have also really good drafts on tier 3. The Crypt Lord on level 6 is also just a giga tank. And yeah, this is looking really tough to fight back overall. We're also seeing now with the Spellbreakers of Blue, he's just stealing actually the Bloodlust, having tanks now coming in. The MK level 6 would be also potentially like a really strong thing, because this actually can then tank a lot of shit. The question is like the MK should be potentially, nah, he will die too fast, right? He's not getting level 6. So the Warden is getting level 6 first now, because she's just being on the pushing side, I guess. And that's quite a big difference. If she can get out the ulti here, would be really, really big, but he's also dying. So the level advantage is still kinda even. But yellow is just, what is yellow playing? Like yellow is just completely out-countered, but yellow has also kinda bad draft on tier 1 onto orange. Like this Huntress Shaman is just destroying this Ghoul Dryad. Like he has just the worst draft onto his opponent, which is a bit unfortunate. So he tries his best, but really can't really win the lane, honestly. And we see now also tier 3 of red with Griffins. Where's the Bloodlust? No Bloodlust yet. Okay, no Bloodlust yet. That's not what you want to see. And we get again a stack. Like this statue of orange is also making so much work. Like it's stacking like for like the 4th time or so. And this might not sound so much, but this healing of this one statue is insane value. And also the magic damage of the shamans is pretty good. Teal tries to hold the lane just with the tanks, which is actually doing a lot of work. So can we stack actually onto also level 6 MK now? He is now a Giga tank, gets more HP, magic immune, and more armor, and also more damage. So basically more of everything. And the question is, can they stack onto yellow? Even the smallest stack would definitely help. The MK is really tanky. He has no items though. But there will be maybe a small... Yeah, the statue is stacking. That's better than nothing, guys. There's now the Warden ulti also. The Fairy is also doing a lot, actually. So the hope is not over, guys. Like, there might be a pushback chance. But the biggest problem is that yellow is getting murdered by orange. So even if they can stack, it doesn't really matter. Because yellow has absolutely no chance to ever beat orange. So it kind of feels like this game is like really hard deciding on the bottom lane. Because yellow is just getting too out-countered from orange. And actually the Crypt Lord player is leveling up the beetles. This is also something you nearly never see. So he's actually just playing Impale and beetles? No, he's playing... Oh, like I'm getting a bit confused because there are 2 Crypt Lord players. So he's playing just a standard, just beetle upgrades actually, and Carapace. And the other guy is, I think, just playing Carapace and Impale, yes. We're getting like pretty high chip damage into the fortress now, and I would like to make it like more exciting, guys, for you, but this looks like kinda over to me, guys. Like I think it will be just a pretty clear 2-0 here for Art's team. I don't know who these guys are, but they are definitely murdering here now Eccles' team more and more. Really big stack, will stack again. Really well played, so really deserved win actually. Because I don't think that Eccles' team, as a caster, I should make it really like more exciting, right? But this game is fucking over. Like, you will not come back here. So it will be a 2-0, GG, 30 bucks to Art's team, really well played. I really like to see some out-of-the-box plays also today. Also, that some unknown players getting here a win in is pretty cool actually. Actually, all known players just got kind of murdered out before the finals, which is really interesting. And there's a GG, really well played, and just a very, very, yeah, one-sided, you could simply say, final actually. If you like the video, then subscribe and like there, guys. Thanks.